short message, short parterre. Today's Kriya, HaMoed, in Kesef Talve, Esami, Esoni Imach. By Halvoy, by alone, in Kesef Talve, Esami, Esoni Imach, the din is that there has to be Eidus. Three cry out in vain, they did something and there's no way that they can undo it. One of them is if you grant a Havoy alone without Eidus, later the Levi comes along, he's a Shashat Chak, the Yisrael gets a hold of him, and they're making his Makrish, he denies that he ever took the Havoy, there's no Eidus. So a Havoy also always has to be with Eidus. So only imach fakir by tzedakah, so tzedakah is mat b'seisir chapaf. Tzedakah has to always be b'seisir, only between the noise and the makabel, the bal tzedakah and then one that's makabel, mat b'seisir chapaf. Ma'idin arachmanim b'nei rachmanim. That's the Klal Yisrael. We deservedly earned that title. But not like the Muslim developed. They don't have the permission. They don't have the right meter, the right measure. There was the one time saw the Psagoy. He was a chain smoker. He was smoking not one but two cigarettes. So he said to him, John, what's you can't get enough from one cigarette? So he says, no. He has a friend, Arnie, that's incarcerated, sitting in jail. He can't get cigarettes, so I'm smoking a cigarette for him. A kitzer, a while later, they see him, so he has only one cigarette in his mouth. So they said, oh, your friend was released from prison? He says, no, I gave up smoking. So that's how goy here. It's an under-cheer altogether. So the going page is like this here. In Kesef Talve, if you're giving a Havoy alone, as Ami, there has to be Eidus. But as Heoni, if you're giving tzedakah, so to save him any bush, the makabel, imach, only the notion and the makabel, nobody else should be there. Pemche Shabbos, Bikr Cholim, some of the legendary Meisters organizations, once a year make a dinner for the public officials, the police department, the fire department, their cooperation that they get in their chesed work throughout the year, throughout New York. They had a baschem there at the affair, at the dinner. They present them with plaques, different shiva police, shiva fire department. They had a baschem, Shlema Darshan, and they're standing there, a police sergeant, impatiently waiting for the baschem to finish. Finally, when the baschem finishes, so the sergeant goes and says to him, Mr. Comedian, are you finished? The Mokuk, the goy, Mustami, a tempe cop, the goy Shukov, he didn't understand the Batchanis altogether. So he said, yeah, I'm finished. He said, well, let me tell you a story. He says, we were on a Thursday night, 3 a.m, and we were in one of the most so-called, we thought at that time, they called it one of the most religious neighborhoods in the world, in Borough Park. And we thought to ourselves, my goodness, what hypocrites. Here we see two gentlemen, they're going suspiciously from one basement to the next, making some kind of stop, dropping off. And we figure, here we caught them, what are they doing 3 a.m? There's probably some kind of drugs they're dealing with. We flashed our lights. We told them stop, and they said your driver's license, registration. They produced their driver's license, their registration. We saw it was in order. We said, all right, that's in order. Now, boys, men, show us the drugs that you're peddling. He says, no drugs. So what are you doing here at 3 in the morning? He said, well, I'll tell you, he said, officer. He said, many of these homes here are people who at one time were very high in the financial ladder, and some who are always in need. So to save them the embarrassment, they should know the benefactor who's giving it to them. We want to come face to face with them. The Sabbath is coming up shortly. So the Shabbat is served on the table. So we come late at night, leave it in the morning. They find it there, and they have a festive Sabbath. Ha ha ha! Oh my goodness, you fellas should write fiction. Come again. They said, officer, that's the truth. That there's nothing else. 3 o'clock in the morning. Welcome out to search your truck. He said, what, search? They climb on the truck. There's gefilte fish with herring, with pitcha, place with all sorts of, and the smell started to mix. And he started to get nauseous. He said, and then after a while, we were convinced that it was the truth, that they really meant only to save these people embarrassment. So one of the patrolmen, the officers, was with me. He says to me, Mr. Sergeant, he says, we belong to the wrong people. That's the Klal Yisrael. Klal B'nakash Omer. Rosh HaKodesh Baruch Zakei says Yisrael. The Tzikoch, Kibram Ter Mitzvah Shenemar. Anu Yechov Ezman Tzidkoi. Torah Yadiyah.